Tyler Perry is continuing his foray into drama with a new historical war film, The 6888, which is now streaming on Netflix. Written and directed by Perry, The 6888 is based on a 2019 World War II History magazine article by Kevin M. Heimel. It details the true story of the 6888 Central Postal Directory Battalion, aka an all-black, all-female battalion that was tasked with delivering mail to soldiers during World War II. The 6888 is based on the true story of an all-black and all-female battalion in World War II, aka the 6888 Central Postal Directory Battalion. While many of the side characters in the movie were not based on specific real people, the two leads, played by Ebony Obsidian and Kerry Washington, are based on real people. The script for the movie was adapted from a 2019 article for the Warfare History Network by Kevin M. Heimel, titled WAC Corporal Lena Derricott and the 6888 Central Postal Battalion. You could read the article in full online, which includes a first-hand interview with the protagonist of the film, Lena Derricott. The movie presents a distinct viewpoint of the varied World War II participants based on a war article written by a U.S. historian. Letters to their loved ones cannot be sent or received by the Allied forces worldwide. The fact that the available runners must put weapons and supplies ahead of 17 million letters doesn't help. The Roosevelts are aware of the case and think that if the letters are delivered successfully, both troops and civilians' morale will increase. Mary McLeod Bethune supports the 6888 Battalion with little general interest in taking on this logistical headache. The 6888 Battalion, under the command of Major Charity Adams, is compelled to remain inactive since no general trusts them with any missions. Well, Bethune assigns them a 6-month timetable for the postal distribution mission. As all the white officers anxiously await a mistake that will confirm their disbandment of the unit, Adams takes it upon herself to make sure it is a success. The daunting job of sending 17 million letters in just 6 months is given to 6888. Additionally, a number of the addresses are blurry. The regiment receives little assistance and is merely given a dilapidated Glasgow school to use as their base. Adams completes the assignment gradually. They have a smooth running system, so things appear to be improving. However, during the first 2 months, none of the letters are delivered. Because they think black women are inferior and shouldn't be reading the letters of white soldiers, some white officers, including General Halt, attempt to shut down the operation. Because some of the girls can identify the fabric of the care packages or the perfumes the women spritz on the letters and trace them back to their original conditions, Adams modifies the procedure. In this manner, the battalion divides up the work based on the strength of each girl. Private Lena makes the real discovery when she observes that a number of troops are indicating to their families where they have been sent by drawing their division patches on the letters. 6888 can locate every man in a soldier's division by figuring out where one person is. The unit can distribute all 17 million pieces of mail in just 90 days. General Halt is portrayed as a racist commander who opposes black women either in the armed forces or in the legislature. Since 6888 is inferior, Bethune thinks they will fail when he persuades the Roosevelts to give them the mail delivery mission. He promises to shut them down once they fail to make any progress for the first 2 months, which makes him happy, to spy on them and report any information that could land the 6888 in hot water. He even dispatches a chaplain. He is completely unimpressed with the battalion's operation when he eventually comes for an inspection. He instead concentrates on what he believes to be errors, like the night shift soldiers taking a shower or napping. His realization that the battalion is reading mail for identification when the address is too smeared is the last straw for him. He chooses to propose a white battalion to take their place since he feels it is an infringement of privacy. Adams declines and exposes his prejudiced beliefs. He is incensed and attempts to persuade Truman to cancel the operation while her unit cheers her on. But the platoon has already accomplished their task by the time he makes the phone call. During an airstrike and gunfire, a young soldier is crossing a trench at the start of the film. He attempts to save the pilot after one of his fighter jets crashes, but it is too late. He takes a bloody letter that he discovers in the deceased man's pocket. The bloody letter finds its way to 6888 and into Private Johnny May's hands throughout the film. The fighter pilot is actually Lena's sweetheart, Abram, so it turns out that the sequence is a flash forward. 2 drivers are killed in an accident, and the battalion buried them in the military cemetery. Adams is aware of Abram's existence and informs Lena that he is most likely interred in the same cemetery as he was sent to the UK. When Lena eventually locates his grave and reads his note, she breaks down in tears. Though he hopes his message reaches her, he is aware that he will not survive. For the sake of both of them, he advises her to laugh and live her life. He concludes by saying that he regrets not telling her sooner that he loves her. A group of soldiers honor the unit as the film comes to a close. In actuality, 6888 were shipped to France following Glasgow, when they once more delivered all of the mail on time. According to Lena, they received better treatment in Europe than in the United States. But it wasn't until the 21st century that they received recognition for their contributions. They have now received a memorial and medals of honor. Adams stands for Lieutenant Colonel Charity Adams, and in 2023, an Army base named for a Confederate officer was renamed Fort Gregg Adams. Lieutenant General Arthur Gregg is another Black Army pioneer.